Good morning. Thursday, May 14th, 2020. And if you are here listening to me, watching me, thank you. Do I have any kind of influence in your life? Like any impact whatsoever? If the answer is no, then I appreciate you watching me, and hopefully I'm going to give you some sort of value by the time this ends, of course. And the reason why I'm questioning it and the reason why I'm asking it is because, do you get offended when you talk to people and you give them sound, solid advice from your previous experiences, from your niche market, and from your own understandings about a topic that that person is talking about, but then they don't really utilize that information and they don't act upon it, and the action steps that you may have put forward, they haven't taken them? Does that upset you? It shouldn't. It shouldn't, because depending on the situation that you was in, that conversation that you had was a free one. They didn't pay for your services. So if someone's not paying for your services and you get offended because you've asked them and you told them to go this way or that way and they haven't done it, don't get offended. If someone pays you for a service and you still do that, you still give your worth, your value, your experience, and then they don't do what you're asking them to do, don't get offended. Why? Because there are no two people on planet Earth that are the same. There are no two people on Earth that share the exact same mindset. Yes, you have the collective when it comes to that mindset. But there isn't two people that have identical, not even twins. So let's now just get over the fact that you have to be some entitled being to believe that what you say is gospel. It isn't. What you now got to look at is, where did you come from to get that information? What did you do to get that information? And that is your gratitude right there. The gratitude is not going forward. The gratitude is not telling that person you have to eat X, Y, or Z, or you have to learn F, E, D in order to get somewhere where you believe is of value to you. You don't need to do that. You don't need to look at what the other person will do, or for that matter, you don't need to look at what you're going to do after you've given the advice. What I believe will keep you grounded, keep you rooted, and absolutely live incongruent with your values is looking at what you've done to achieve that position that you find yourself in, and how you've positioned yourself in front of that person. And that's the most important fact about you moving forward, because what you learn is the gratitude. How you learn is the gratitude. Walking up a flight of steps, and let's say there's 100 steps. Don't worry about your fitness level. I'm just giving you the example of the number of steps. You reach number 75 and you're almost there. And you think to yourself, damn, number 76, I'm going to be so glad when I step on that. I'm going to be so grateful, but you know what? It's really, really hard for me to step on that 76. You know what that is? That is the exact same thing as you waking up every morning and being grateful for what you will be doing on that day. Now, what you've got to do from there is turn back and have a look below you. Look at the 74 steps that you've already climbed. Then you've got to be grateful for that. And what is that? That is waking up every morning and thanking, being grateful that you had somewhere to sleep, being grateful that where you had your sleep was safe, was sound, you woke up dry. It's about understanding where you have come, not where you are going. And that will keep you going. I tap into mindset, and I do it as a nutritional coach of late. I've always been doing it, but now I'm focusing in because of the environment and the situation that we find ourselves in with COVID-19 and self-isolation, social distancing, and every rule that has now become apparent. What are we in control of? We are in control of that. We are not in control of the input that goes in. So that's why I asked you if I'm going to make impact in your day. Do I make impact in your day? Do you return back? Do you listen to me? Is this the first time that you've heard me? Is this the first time that you've seen me? Are your judgments like more about the way that I look? Are your judgments about the clothes that I'm wearing? Are your judgments more about why is he wearing gloves when it's really sunny? Because it's 7 a.m. in the morning and it's freezing, and this is what 7 a.m. looks like. It's beautiful. Every morning in the UK, honestly, near enough since the lockdown, has been beautiful. And then you go to think about pollution. You go to think about the damage that we've done in the world. But you know what? That's not in your control, is it? It's not. If you want to go somewhere, you're going to book a flight, aren't you? You're not going to worry about the environment and what that plane's going to do to the environment. You're not. Well, maybe you are, but you won't be watching this anyway. What I'm saying is that it's far too... It's not really late, but there's no need for you to start thinking about what your actions are going to do for the environment if you're in the belief that what you can do to help yourself is far more valuable than what you can do to help the environment. Because within yourself, intrinsically within yourself, you helping yourself is helping the environment anyway. Because you understand what goodness does for you. You'll understand what good sleep does for you. You'll understand what good food does for you. You'll understand what exercise and health does for you. You'll understand that. So these will make that conscious decision about you booking that flight. It will make that decision. It really will. Because you can start thinking analytically. You can start thinking correspondingly. You can start thinking as a correlation towards your next step, not a causation. It's the correlation that we've got to really start thinking about. Thinking what we put in there. Thinking how we move. Correlation. Not when we do it how we feel, the causation. And that's the gratitude thing about walking up them steps, Don't worry how you're going to get to the 76th. If you have reached the 75th, you've got to be grateful and think about how you've done that. That is your value. I'm going to leave you with that. And fitness, business. Your body is business. Is your body representing fitness? Because you've got to be fit.